At Viva Spanish language programs, we strive to provide our teachers with everything they need to have a fun and engaging learning environment. This module is going to review the different materials and resources that our teachers can use when planning and executing the Spanish program at their schools. Let's first begin with the materials that are provided. Our teachers receive what we call a bag of tricks, which is actually a suitcase full of materials and manipulatives to use in the classroom. In addition, teachers will receive the manuals for the different programs that they will be teaching at their schools, and any resources and flashcards directly associated with those programs. You will also receive a school binder which recaps the topics covered in your training. This is a resource manual to keep with you at your school. Let's first begin by looking at some of the materials that are provided in your bag of tricks. You will find 2 fly swatters in your suitcase. These can be used to have the kids interact with the vocabulary that they are learning. Most common, you would have a racing game between 2 teams where the students have to hit the vocabulary word with their fly swatter in order to earn a point for their team. The kids love the competition. They have a lot of fun with that. You can also use fly swatters as a pointing device, and you can use it to interact with your students. So it's a really great tool to have, even though it seems kind of strange to have fly swatters in your materials. You will also have a small ball in your suitcase. You can use this type of material to do activities where you are asking the students questions. You throw the ball to a certain student to indicate that they are the student that you want to answer your question. In order to keep classroom management with this type of activity, it's always best to have the student return the ball to you rather than throw it to the next student. Because when that happens, they tend to throw it hard, so their friends will not catch the ball. But this activity is really great because it keeps the students very alert because they want to make sure that if the ball comes their way, they're ready to catch it. Another thing that you can do with the ball is anything involving sequence. So if you have the students stand in a circle, you can have them pass, not throw, but pass the ball from one person to the next. And when they receive the ball, they have to say the next item in the sequence, such as uno, dos, tres, or A, B, C. You can do it with any sort of sequence that the students are learning. With all of the ball games, it's just important to remember to keep classroom management under control. If things start to get hectic, stop the activity or give them a warning. But we never want to continue an activity when things are out of control because then the students aren't actually learning anything. Every teacher will receive a standard set of flashcards, which we refer to as Unit 0. These should be in some way incorporated into every class as we feel they are the essential basics that any student taking Spanish should know. Some of the topics include numbers, alphabet, colors, greetings, emotions, among other things. Flashcards can be used in various ways. Using the flashcards as a visual, the teacher can say the word and have the students repeat. The teacher can also flip through them and have the entire class say the words together. For a more difficult activity, you can pick out flashcards out of the sequence and have the students tell you what they are. If the entire group is not answering, make sure that you have the students raise their hand and not just yell out answers. It's important to set the expectation before you begin the activity, whether or not you would like the students to raise their hand or just say the answer out loud. When it comes to colors, you can use any of the different methods to review the colors with flashcards. You say the color and they have to repeat, or you hold it up and they shout it out, or you hold it up and they have to raise their hand to answer. But it's also a great idea to incorporate motion when you're teaching colors. So let me show you what I mean. Here we have yellow, amarillo. So with the students, you would hold up the yellow flashcard, and as they respond, they say amarillo, and they make a sun. Negro, negro. So for negro, we're going to have them cover their eyes and say negro. Morado. For morado, we take our piece of toast and our jelly knife and we spread the jelly on our toast. Morado. rojo. Get your apple, take a big bite out of it, and dice rojo. Rojo. Anaranjado. Squeeze the orange juice. Anaranjado. Blanco. Usually it works out that the ceiling is white. Point to the ceiling. Blanco. Blanco. Azul. Azul. Make an ocean wave. Azul. Café. Café. Stir up your coffee or hot chocolate, whichever you want to call it. Café. Verde. Put up your tree. Verde. And finally, rosado. Let's put on our lipstick or chapstick because sometimes boys don't want to put on lipstick. Rosado. This is a really great way to teach the colors because the students will associate the motions with the colors. So especially at the younger grades, but really through all the way to 8th grade, it's a great way to teach and reinforce the colors with your students. Whenever possible, you should incorporate motion into what the students are learning. Another great example of how to use the motions is with las vocales, the vowels. We say a, e, o, u. It's helpful because they associate the sound with that motion. So a, what letter does this look like? A, e. To make an e, e. So even though they're saying e, which sounds like a, they know it's the e. E, it's an I. Oh, that one's easy. And ooh, it makes it easy for the kids to remember which vowels are which. The single most valuable material that we can provide to you is a CD player and your CDs. In a later module, I will talk to you more about specific songs that are great for the classroom. Incorporating music into the students' learning at any age, even in middle school, is extremely effective. These songs that we provide are easy to use, and the vocabulary is what you are teaching in the classroom. Many of these songs have motions to make the concepts and words come to life even more. At Viva Spanish, we recommend that at least 3 songs be used per class for pre-K through 4th grade, and at least 1 song should be used per class 5th through 8th grade. Teachers are also encouraged to use other songs that they find online, as long as the content is appropriate for the age and skill level of the student. For each curriculum that is being taught at the school, the teacher will receive a schedule of lessons, the teacher guide, and any appropriate flashcards to apply towards the vocabulary being taught, and an answer key for the workbook. Teachers should try to get through the lessons at the pace set forth by the schedule to keep the students moving through the program. If adjustments need to be made, you should work with the Viva Spanish management team to make special arrangements. The schedule will be kept in your school binder. For each school where you teach, you will receive a school binder that contains all of the information that you need about your school and about Viva Spanish. The components of the binder include school specifics, orientation, operations, resource, teaching, and finally, the schedule of lessons and planning worksheets for each of the different curriculums. This book will be your go-to reference as you maneuver your way throughout your school year. Your school binder also has some printed resources, including a sample letter for parents, some prayers, and award templates. Our teachers send home a letter to the parents at the beginning of each year. This letter is a bienvenidos for the year and outlines what teaching and grading will look like in the Spanish classroom. The prayers that are provided should be used as either a start or an end to each class. The longer and more complex prayers are best for the older students. As they are learning them, it is a good idea to say a line and have them repeat it. This helps them with proper pronunciation. The Gracias Padre prayer is perfect for pre-K through 4th grade. When reciting the prayer, they can either repeat after you or say it with you. Incorporate motions with this prayer as well. For the Gracias Padre prayer, we say, Gracias Padre por mis ojos. Gracias Padre por mi nariz. Gracias, Padre, por mi boca. And we go through the list like that. This helps the students to remember which word is associated with which body part. Small awards can be given out if you feel a special student deserves it. Templates are included in the binder so that all you have to do is make a copy at your school. The resources provided to you by Viva Spanish language programs do not end with the suitcase. Viva Spanish has worked to develop additional resources for you that are accessible through the internet. As mentioned in the orientation module, our teacher team is connected through the private Facebook group called Viva Spanish Teacher Talk. This group is private, so only members can see the content. This is a wonderful forum for our teachers to connect, ask questions, and share successes. Teachers like to share their ideas and projects that they will do for special holidays and occasions. Teacher Talk is also a way that the office team communicates regularly with their teachers. We upload ideas and projects, and we ask questions as well. As a part of the teacher team, we encourage all of our teachers to post regularly on this page. On Pinterest, Viva Spanish Language Programs has started a page dedicated to saving ideas and resources for our teachers. Our Pinterest page can be found at pinterest.com/VivaSpanishNEO. In addition to our saved pins, Pinterest is any teacher's dream come true. The website is full of cute and fun ideas that you can use in your classroom. We encourage our teachers to make an account and utilize all that Pinterest has to offer. When the resources, materials, and even the internet don't satisfy your needs, remember that your ultimate resource is the Viva Spanish team. We are here to help you with any questions or resources that you need, so contact us anytime. This concludes the materials and resources module of this training. Should you have further questions, feel free to reach out to me at hriley@vivaspanish.com. Gracias, adios.